we're talking about food drives and donations on the next Home Cook Foodcast. All right, well, everybody, welcome to the Home Cook Foodcast. I am the one, the only Lennon's Kitchen, guys. I am doing this show solo today, okay, because my co-host, well, he's busy doing personal things. Link is in the chat. I must mention, no, any form of negativity or drama will not be permitted. It will result in action, and I don't want to take evasive action to put you in timeout or kick you out. But we are talking about food drives and donations today. One thing for sure is that let's talk about food drives for a second. What do you guys know about a food drive? Let's see here. As we trying to see if I can pull up the comments here in the chat section. There we go. We have anybody in here? Not just me. All right. So we have something known as food drives, okay? Now, Dead Channel is here. Hello, Mr. Dead Channel. And then we have somebody else. So let's go ahead and see who's on here really quick before I continue. Let's go and pause my video here. All right, so we have Mr. MG. Ooh. MG. Oh. MG Shorts is here. Okay, then we have Dead Channel. Hello, Dead Channel. How are you? Link is in the chat if anybody wants to come. But yes, a food drive, you guys, is something that is another form of distribution. Okay, but let's go ahead and read the definition of one. And if you want to come in and share your knowledge or experience with what we're going to talk about today, then go ahead. You're welcome to. I just ask that you be respectful and, just please be polite. Okay. So let's go ahead and take myself off here as I read you guys the definition. So, a food drive is a form of charity that is conducted by a group of individuals or a company or a corporation to stockpile and distribute. It says foodstuffs to people who cannot afford food. So that's basically what it is. It is a food distribution that basically helps people that cannot afford food. Okay. Now, let's talk about some examples really quick. We have one here. We have a bunch of them. Okay. Right now we have one that's called Food for SA Food Drive. Okay. And that is basically a food drive where it is set to raise 1 million pounds of food for families in need. And this actually runs through the entire month of November. Okay. And there are ways you can help. You can either donate by visiting safoodbank.org. Okay. You can go to any of the Security Service Federal Credit Unions and drop off your perishable food item. Or, you can, of course, donate you can volunteer as well. Okay. Now, food drives are another word for food distribution. Distribution means you're giving back to people or families in need. And here's the goal here. Okay. When you have a food drive, okay, they usually ask for a copy of residency. Okay. A proof of residency that entails that you live in the area where you're getting your food from. Okay. So, with that being said, okay, many places distribute food. Okay. Some, of course, distribute food like churches, schools. Usually happens either during the week or on the weekends. Okay, one or two happen. There's also this thing called a mega food distribution, which means that they go out to convention centers, arenas, and they set up a bunch of tables with bags of food. They either do bags or they do a line. And the way it's set up, okay, is you basically either grab a bag and it has food in it, or you get a cart and you go down the line and you pick out at least one or two food items. They usually will give you a voucher, okay, after you show them proof of residency, okay. You have to show them a utility bill or certain form of proof because they're not going to just give food to anybody. You need to show and make sure that you're actually living in the area and that you're actually in need of food, okay. Now, donations, okay, can be made in numerous ways. First of all, you can physically donate your food, okay. You can either go and donate non-perishable food items. These are food items that have a longer shelf life and that will not go bad, okay. They also donate, foods for people. They donate vegetable. You can, stores and stuff donate vegetables that are just needed to go out to, people, like potatoes, carrots, bell peppers, onions, lemon, all types of fruits and vegetables are donated to these local food banks, which we'll talk about next week. Okay. non-perishable food items are, like peanut butter, uh, canned vegetables, canned, fruits, things like that nature, things that have a longer shelf life, rice, beans, anything that will not go bad. Okay. Also, um, food drives also give out baked goods. Okay, believe it or not, some food drives do give out baked goods so that way people can enjoy. Okay, and usually they'll donate things that are either fresh or actually are close to their expiration date. Yes. In order to prevent food waste, many places, as soon as they see an item going close to their expiration date, they will donate to food banks, and then food bank will distribute them to the people that need them. Now, it's not necessarily like the food is bad. No, it's just basically they have to get rid of the food, and in order for that to happen, they have to give it to the food bank that knows that they will definitely give um, people with needy families, with needy in need of food. Okay. Another way, of course, about food assistance as well is food stamps. Food stamps are, of course, another way people can, you know, live. Okay. Now, food stamp is another form of income that basically provides you with enough food for the amount of time. They go by your um, they go by how much you make, okay? And of course, they do go by how many people are in your home, okay? Now, for pregnant women, it's pretty fairly easy to get um, food assistance because they need that in order to be able to feed, of course, them and, of course, the baby. So many times you'll see pregnant women buying a lot of food because, well, they had just received their food stamp, but for a good purpose. And that is, of course, known as women, infant, and children. That they are the ones that provide with their SNAP food benefits. These are funded programs that are funded by the government. Okay, so that's basically how it is. Food drives can also happen at schools, like I mentioned. Schools can also do food drives as well. Um, they will definitely go out of their way to provide a lot of bags of food, and sometimes it's pretty much a good amount of food for either 1 to 2 weeks. People will either go every day, once every week. Usually, the food distributions will happen like once or twice or 3 times a week. But usually, some of the individuals or families, you guys, will actually go either once a month, once a week, once every 2 weeks, or whenever they need more food. Okay. Now, sometimes these people go to food drives for many, many reasons. Number one, they lost their job and they just need a way to survive. Number two, um, they just need food. Okay, they need food until their next paycheck. Okay, and of course, number three, if they aren't able to work. Okay, that's so many other scenarios that people go to these types of food drives and or receive food assistance as well. Okay. Vouchers are important because they do cover the cost of the food that you're getting. Remember, all the food that you are given by the distributors of your local food banks or food pantries, that's given. Okay, that is of course waived by the voucher that you're given. Okay, you are only allowed to get either 1 or 2 items per section. Okay, usually they'll give you a list of things that they have provided, and usually they'll give you a quantity of how many you can take. And many times, guys, many of these things are either refrigerated or frozen, um, or they are either in a vacuum sealed or freeze dried. Okay, many things are provided to you for a good amount. Sometimes you are lucky enough to get a bunch of food for like 1 week or two. Okay, um, but of course, it just depends on your living situation. Um, let's talk about, of course, the donation part of it. So, like I said before, grocery stores that have product that they know is about to go, it's about to be tossed, gets taken to a food bank. Okay, Walmart and HEB, of course, are huge sponsors of the San Antonio Food Bank here, and of course, many others. Um, they're the ones that call the food bank and said, "Hey, this food's about to go bad. We need to come and pick it up." And sure enough, they will definitely get the food. Okay. The stores also donate money. Okay, they donate huge amounts of money to fund local food banks so they can continue providing food assistance for needy individuals and families. Okay, so you can just imagine the chain that food goes through in order for it to be just provided to you guys. Okay, now you get a good amount of food. Okay, but don't expect for yourself to get like a month's supply, okay, of food. If you're very lucky, then you can get a month's supply. But if you don't expect to get like you know a month's supply of food, okay, because again, you're only limited to like a certain amount you can get per household, okay, or per family that you're able to get. You are, of course, in a line. You're given a bag. Now, this year, of course, many food banks, I'm sure, are going to provide like stuff for Thanksgiving. So you'll see here in a few weeks that turkeys are going to be donated. Your stuff that you use for Thanksgiving is going to be donated to many of your local food banks and, of course, food shelters. Food pantries are, of course, it's in the name, food pantries. It is a small or decent sized location where food is stored. And it's usually provided to either college students or individuals that live in that county or city. Um, it's basically a similar thing, it's just that you can go there pretty much whenever you want, okay? Whenever you need at least one, two, or maybe a few items. But a food drive is, of course, when you get a bag full of items. Okay? Donation, of course, is basically broken down into several parts. Number one is, of course, you can donate monetarily, and that basically means you can go online and donate however much you want. Here at the San Antonio Food Bank in San Antonio, $1 provides 10 pounds of food for each individual or family. Okay, so you'd imagine $10 would provide 100 pounds of food, etc., etc., etc. Okay, people also can donate with huge checks. Okay, and of course that will help provide much needed help for people or families in need. Another way you can donate is, of course, by following the instructions on your bag. Here, you usually get a bag. I don't have it with me, but you get a bag once every few months or something like that, and you follow the instructions of what the bag asks for, and usually after non-perishable food items that you know won't go bad. Okay. So that's all you have to do. You just buy the list of items that are on the bag, you fill it up, and then you drop it off at the location it is asked to be dropped off at. Or if you have bins, like little trash cans outside that location, you can drop food off there, or you can go to your local food bank and drop it off. Okay. Many ways you can help. Volunteer is also another one. Volunteering at your local food bank is another way to donate your time. Okay. To help either organize or distribute food. All types of ways you can help individuals and families. Okay. I'm sure many of you have had to endure this type of thing every now and then. Okay. Of course, with this recent pandemic, many people lost their jobs and they needed another way to provide food. Okay. And so the pandemic was a great reason why people needed food assistance. Also, the recent winter storm here in Texas was another way that people needed much food. Okay. Now, also got to keep in mind that we have like a lot of ways that you yourself can help someone. Donate your time, donate amount of money that you wish to donate online, or call and just say, hey, I'd like to donate this amount or something. Just ways that you can do that. Like I said, if you need resources, visit your local food bank or their website and see how you can either help, or if you need help, visit your local food bank's website. This year is, of course, we are slowly getting back to normal. So expect long lines and stuff, especially like Thanksgiving donations here in a few weeks. Keep your eyes peeled out for that, guys. Okay. Well, I think I have explained many of the things. If I did miss some things, please let me know in the comment section. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe to Lennon's Kitchen. When you do subscribe, tap the bell, select the word all to be notified for when I go live or post a new video. And guys, I hope to see you guys next week for another edition of the Home Cooked Foodcast. I am Lennon's Kitchen, and I make cooking easy. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye, everybody, and have a great rest of your Sunday, and happy daylight savings, guys.